from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken short.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
18-yard line.
Sit up. 180. Choose the mic. I got him. I got him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, check 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Gale Sayers, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yellow. There's a wide right. 57. Coming. Shift. Slam.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, fighting off the defender. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Guys, it's out of time. 58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Julius Peppers. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you again.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago.
Great job. Touchdown.
Gale Sayers, 92 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. And he's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10.
He's crashing.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
You got it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Shift. Check safety. Check 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They run the counter. Payton. Touchdown, Chicago. Walter Payton, 67 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Out, 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 out.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Back. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check, check.
Yellow.
Check.
Hey, 57, 57.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Randy Moss, 50 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Again, they'll run with Sayers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch twist. Watch out.
Lock in. Alert. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mel Blount with a sack on the corner blitz. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Walter Payton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pick up, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On first down, Dickerson.
Check 13. Check 13.
Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A Amari Cooper there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a handoff looking right.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Run, 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 run. Today, baby, not today.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Gale Sayers, 79 yards, as the Bears push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. 43. Huds. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 42 yards. On first down, Mahomes. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Mahomes now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Christian Okoye, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call it. Defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Touchdown, defense. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Randy Moss, his second touchdown of the night, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Bears 35, Ravens 27. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bears take over first
Keep
and
playing
10
hard.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Pilot, 64, weak.
Safety's creeping.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check, hey, exit.
59.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pick. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 10-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And a cutback left and a crease. There he goes right side. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Our ball.
The This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point put through by Boswell as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 40 yards. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down now, Payton. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there on 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Payton. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now they try the right side here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
52.
Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Urlacher showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
It's second down.
Shift.
Come back.
43.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Crunch. Move.
They'll try and run for it.
Check 31.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Yellow. 180.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Shit.
Yellow.
Shit.
Check 50. Easy.
One final try from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.
Would you look at that?
And a different flow.
Gale Sayers, player of the game. Combination mixed with Walter Payton. This is just what I do when I don't be streaming, man. And this is what it's gonna get like. You feel me? I'm gonna be rotating Gale Sayers and Walter Payton, and we gonna be getting these wins, man. My live stream was bad, but this right here was a good game. Alright, 486 rushing yards. 564 total. 660 total yards. I had the ball more than him. Ball possessive. 8 minutes. Mr. Trubisky. No touchdowns on this passing, but no interceptions neither. Alright, man. These two. What is going on? Gale Sayers. 362 yards. Walter Payton, 124. 17 yards to carry, 13 yards to carry, 3 touchdowns each. Gale Sayers fumbled twice. 6 broken tackles out of Gale Sayers. 55 yards after contact. 92 and 68 was their longest runs of the day. That's deep. Only threw the ball once. Yeah, man, this is it. That squad. Am I missing something? Before I get up out of here, let's see some highlights real quick. It's funny, I don't be doing this shit on my stream. Probably because I be more focused. Or could it, you know, it could be just the opponent. But he stayed in his game though. Yeah, hard, I'm gonna tell you that much. Gale Sayers was tired right here. Can't show the other Gale Sayers touchdown, but that's cool. It ain't like we ain't got some more. Caught him off guard with this though. That was pretty funny. Why I don't run like this in my stream? And that was it. Yeah, no more touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Well, I wonder why I don't run like this in my stream though. That's crazy. Alright, Gale Sayers. Like I said, player of the game. One more time for the mind. Let's check out these stats. Nobody else ran the ball when it comes to the Bears. Terry Cohen didn't get no touches, so this is what it is. This is what it's gonna be. A lot of yards though. What do I always they bring me to player stats. So this is what you can get when both of them are mixed together. Your Walter Payton and your Gale Sayers. I'm gonna let y'all check them out real quick. And these are the stats that go with it. Alright, let's see. With the rushing stats, you know, the Bears rushing chemistry and the Bears theme team, you know, and the zone runs and the sprinters and the power runs, all that stuff mixed together, we have Gale Sayers. To a 99 speed, 99 acceleration, and breaking tackle and elusiveness, and overall period. Then we got 97 agility, 96 carrying, 76 catching, and 86 trucking. Stiff form I think is to an 89. No. Yeah, it is. Stiff form is to an 89. Spin move is 91. Juke move is 99. Ball carrying vision is 98. I promise you, I think ball carrying vision has a way of helping you on the block. So I think when it comes to Walter Payton, when they come out with him, they better have him at 99 ball carrying vision, because I think it helps with your blocking, like I said. But alright, y'all, that's Gale Sayers, and you already know who's backing him up. Alright, y'all, I'm out of here. Deuces. And orange deuces.